Okay, everybody, looks like we are ready in the lobby. Gonna go ahead and hit that start button and get things loading. Liaison, are you ready?
I am ready to go. Super psyched for this game. We've got a random player coming out here.
No, Protoss.
Oh, he switched at the last second.
Last second.
With 1 second left, he switched.
Good deal.
What a little... Wow.
Hopefully
Those
he didn't.
are some high-level tactics coming out.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't pick the wrong race.
Right? That's like...
I don't want to have to remake this. Anyways, let's see.
Certainly took us long enough to get here, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Anyways, so with that said, let's go ahead and get things started. Welcome everybody to season number 3, week number 1. We've got Imperative Gaming going up against Crossfire Gaming. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner here in the blue trunks on Overgrowth Ladder Edition, it is going to be HuShang for Crossfire Gaming.
And in the top right-hand corner for what we've now come to the conclusion, it's Imperative Gaming. It is Scairi? Is that how you're going to say that? The pink Protoss?
I think it's Scairi.
Scairi? That's it? Okay. The phonetic spelling of scary with a soft C.
I don't know. I mean, you know, sometimes you just got to go with it.
Sometimes you do.
So,
hey, I realized during our last break, while we go through the beginnings of this game on Overgrowth, that we haven't quite explained how exactly the Top Dog League works for those of our viewers who are tuning in for the first time. So did you want to explain basically what we're going to be doing tonight?
Yeah, so basically we are going to be playing 5 games. Technically speaking, it's like a best-of-3 format, but we play all games, so each team has the opportunity to get a total of 5 points. We do this, I believe I don't remember how many weeks it is. It's like 8 or 10, I can't remember. But at the end of the season, we will tally up who has the most number of points, and then I believe it's the top 4 teams will go to a finals weekend that will be casted for however long it takes to get through all of them. And yeah, the winner will eventually, I believe, will get free admission into Big Dog later on once that finishes up. I'm not sure if the details for that have quite been announced yet, but I will leave it as a teaser for everybody. And yeah, that's kind of how things are going here. So,
very cool. So we're right at the beginning, is what you're saying.
Yes, we are just...
You're tuning in for the first time. This is just the start.
Week number 1. So let's go ahead and give a little bit of... figure out where things are going. Now, granted, it is PvP, and this matchup tends to be by far the most obscure matchup, in my opinion, just because it's like, it's kind of like, okay, one player's going to go for one build order, the other player's going to go for another, and there's a possibility that we might get into the late game, but only a possibility.
Right.
Very low.
Expansions are few and far between unless both players have a gentleman's agreement to go for it.
Yeah, and we've already got HuShang going out for that Twilight Council. So actually, this map, I don't know. What are your thoughts as far as Blink is concerned? Because I don't see this map quite being a Blink map.
It's not great. That's kind of why I'm thinking that this might be DT's, but he doesn't quite have the gas for it. So I'm not sure, but I don't think it's a great Blink map. That's kind of why my mind is kind of going elsewhere.
Yeah, so, actually, yeah, he's, like, immediately prepping for it. Bam, there it goes.
Yep, there's the Dark Shrine.
So, yeah,
Yeah, it's just, and he's got the probe going around on the left side. This map's just, there's really, the only way to blink in is in that kind of natural, kind of choke point. So, you can't get around the right side or anything.
Yeah, and he's already got a Stalker. Ooh, actually, that Stalker, depending, he's kind of scouting around, not going to be able to quite find the probe with the pylon, well, soon to be pylon. But yeah, Chrono Boost is going super down on that cybernetics core, trying to get out his warp gate tech as quickly as possible. Wants to get those DTs going straight across, and actually this could be a loss here. We've got Scairi already going for his robotics facility. So okay, so what is HuShang's follow-up to this if this doesn't pan out the way he wants it?
Well, you know, a lot of players will go for some sort of charged lot Archon type play sometimes, just because you've got the Dark Templar. If you don't lose them, and if you don't just warp in like 8 of them blindly, then you can try and transition into some sort of charged lot Archon play. Or, I mean, he is getting a Robo behind this, so this isn't super all in. I think he's just going to warp in 1 or 2 Dark Templar, try and get something done, but still escape with them if he needs to, and then just kind of go from there.
Yeah, so first Dark Templar will go ahead and meet this ramp and is pretty much going to get shut down maybe immediately. Ooh, he's got to be very careful not to lose that. Not chrono boosting the Observer. He's pretty confident that the...
He doesn't need to.
Ooh, one
but
probe.
Recalling with the Mothership Core just barely.
Yeah, so probe will or Observer will come out, but not after that DT. Gets himself 5 nice kills. So I think overall that's decent trade. I mean, not necessarily the most efficient thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, what's nice about it for him is he's now up, HuShang is now up 6 workers, and he's trying to get his Nexus down. So he's hoping that he's put Scairi on the back foot enough that he can kind of establish his Nexus and get that 2-base economy going.
And quite honestly, I think Scairi's done a little bit of, well... Okay, apparently we got some pinging random stuff going on down here. We do have a proxy pylon. And actually, interestingly enough, Scairi's actually going for Blink as well. So it does appear that Scairi is going to go ahead and be aggressive behind this, which actually could be a little bit of an issue for HuShang. As, like you said, the Nexus is finishing up. The Mothership Core is out, so he will have enough for a Photon Overcharge, but he definitely needs to start thinking about warping in some more units.
And if you're looking at this, yeah, because you're looking at the Stalker count, it's 11-2 in favor of Scairi right now. And with Blink, you force the Overcharge, and then you just blink into the main and kind of laugh at it. He does have enough for 2, because he's got full energy now on the Mothership Core, but maybe he can bait out a Time Warp or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. So Photon Overcharge will immediately go down, and basically all he really needs to do is minimize. Ooh, okay. Observer is here, so he can blink into the main. He's got to be very, very careful not to have that Observer get picked off because he wants that mobility to get into the main. And you know, Scairi's actually he's not in a bad position. Obviously, I don't think he's going to get a whole lot of. Ooh, actually, he's thinking about it.
Well, what was really nice, Scairi did, he picked off 2 sentries, which only gave him 1 force field, and now he's in the main.
Yeah, so Scairi's going to go ahead and go straight in, try and get that Immortal down. Blinks forward very, very aggressively, and actually killing his own Stalker. A little bit of a misclick there, but yeah, at this point, Scairi is kind of feeling like he doesn't have the ability to continue on the pressure and is going to go ahead and back out from here.
Yeah, and the Immortals are obviously such a powerful unit into this in this matchup, specifically against Stalkers. They just eat them alive, and if HuShang can get 1 more out while keeping this Nexus alive, that should be the trick, but he's got to pull probes.
Yeah, probes are getting pulled, trying to get as much damage in surface area as possible. First Immortal is going to come in. He's going to continue on focusing that down, and Scairi is actually pushing through pretty well, but the question is does he have enough?
I think he lost too much pushing that Immortal back, or trying to kill that Immortal. He lost too many Stalkers in the process, and I think that with reinforcements, HuShang, with that next Immortal coming out, should be fine to hold, and he's got his Nexus at a quarter health.
Yeah, he's actually going to aggressively bring forward, pick off a couple more Stalkers, and it does look like he is going to be pushed back for now, which is actually really, really good for him because he has been doing a very, very good job. You know, even though he lost all of those probes, he's only down by 3, which is really, in essence, not a whole lot.
Especially with that second Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, so he's going to be able to pump out 2 probes at a time compared to his opponent's singular base. And Scairi says GG.
He knew what was going on there. He knew that he was down a base, and actually in army supply as well. It was 8 Stalkers and an Immortal to just 4 Stalkers on the map on the other side for him. So he just hopped on out and said, "Well, I gave it my best shot."
Yeah, so that will tie things up here. Crossfire Gaming will take that game, and we are up. We are there. Well, I don't even know what to say. We are 1-1.
All tied up.
Yep, so we will go to a quick break as we get the next game. Hopefully it won't be as much time in between. We'll get that set up as quickly as possible, and I will turn on the music, and yeah, that's where we're going. So stay tuned.